And we now turn our attention to the Russia-Ukraine war. Kiev is directly targeting Russian territory in what looks like a bold campaign of retaliation. Russia's defense ministry claiming it intercepted or destroyed 71 Ukrainian drones overnight. These drones targeted 6 separate Russian regions. The Kursk region bore the brunt of the attack. 49 drones were allegedly shot down there alone. Others were intercepted in Oryol, Bryansk, Vladimir, Tula. Ukrainian drones also struck the town of Shuya, just east of Moscow. Shuya, nearly 1,150 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, was hit for a second consecutive night. Shuya houses a key Russian missile brigade, which Ukraine blames for the devastating missile strike on Sumy on Sunday that killed at least 35 people. On Telegram, Ukraine's Air Force saying that Russian troops had fired a missile at Sumy, later adding that Russian warplanes were dropping guided bombs on the city. So the attack on Shuya may not just be about drones. Ukraine is perhaps sending out a message. Meanwhile, Russia continues its air campaign against Ukraine. Overnight, Russian drones struck several villages in the Sumy region, damaging homes, vehicles, infrastructure. In the Dnipro, Russia launched a deadly drone attack. And according to the region's governor, at least 3 people died in these and more than 30 people were injured. One of the strikes landed just 100 meters from the city hall. And at least 15 residential areas were struck in the city. Visuals of the aftermath of the attacks showing buildings ripped apart, streets littered with glass and rubble. Ukraine's air defense forces claiming they destroyed 25 drones and jammed 30 more during the latest Russian assault. As the bombs fall, diplomacy trudges on. High-level Ukrainian officials have arrived in Paris for urgent talks with both European and American leaders. And among those at the table is the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff, as well as the French President Emmanuel Macron. Ukraine's message is clear. It wants stronger support, more weapons, and a push for peace. But then there is growing unease in Kiev about America's shifting tone. You see, Ukraine fears Washington may be softening towards Moscow. Russia says talks on a peace settlement are ongoing, but has accused Europe of stretching the war. Listen to this.
You know, the meeting was extremely productive, but, as I said before, many people, structures, and countries are trying to disrupt our dialogue with the United States. There is very active propaganda against Russia in the United States in various mass media, so it is very important to convey the Russian position directly, and this was certainly done, and a very useful dialogue is underway.
U.S. President Donald Trump has vowed to end what he calls the bloodbath. But so far, there's no sign of progress, only more blood, more fire, and now a new level of retaliation altogether. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.